Hi, my name's Abby Fleming. This is my video presentation over at International Nutrition, original research article. The article I chose was Insects as Food, Exploring Cultural Exposure and Individual Experiences as Determinants of Acceptance. The journal that it was published from was Food Quality and Preferences. This year, the article was published was January 24th, 2015. The topic was factors of how cultures react to new foods, and it's important because it shows the reader what different cultures take into account when deciding to try new foods. So under the methodology portion of the research article, the research method that was used was qualitative by holding verbal discussions. The participants included 8 focus groups, which consisted of 4 groups each for cultures. So let's say one of the 4 groups was Netherlands, and then the other 4 groups was going to be from Thailand. And then those 2 groups were separated into 2 more groups of those cultures, where it was ones that do not eat bugs and ones that do eat bugs. So for example, if they were from Thailand, you would have 2 groups of people that did eat bugs from Thailand and 2 groups from Thailand that did not eat bugs. Gender and ages are varied throughout the study. So location, like I had said, is from Thailand and Netherlands. The data was gathered by focus groups that consisted of similar people that were used for an interview discussion setting. They went through a series of questions throughout all of the groups. The statistic used in data analysis for this research article was content analysis. Content analysis is used to find correlations to the data given between culture groups. This is usually used in qualitative data. So for the results, the primary or most important results that in my opinion, were Dutch participants tend to like trying new foods, and Thai participants like to stay with their own known foods within their culture. The Thai had more knowledge over eating insects, where the Dutch did not. Interest in trying bugs for Thai people were related from past experiences, while Dutch, who are not used to eating bugs in their own culture, actually showed a surprisingly high level of interest in trying them, but not just to have them, but for environmental or health reasons. In the discussion portion of the research article, the most important findings that backed up the results were cultural exposure to insects had a big influence on their willingness to try these bugs, shown knowledge on eating the insects and preparation of the insects. The Thai, known for their culture of eating insects, had a greater knowledge of these ways of eating, even if they weren't used to eating them. And this allowed them to be more open to trying these bugs because they're used to being around it. More ideas that factor the experience or factor them into choosing whether or not they add these unknown foods into their diet are based on individual experiences and positive and negative memories they have of maybe trying it and it not being what they pictured. These results are important for a dietitian to understand a culture's willingness to change before making a food plan. The strengths of the study is the large amount of information that comes from focus groups because of the specified questions. Limitations involve that because of the limited size sample of 4 to 10 people per focus group, that cannot be used to represent the whole general population size, but it's a good guesstimate. So on the conclusion, our researchers concluded from this article that the most important parts were the insights into cultural differences plays one of the biggest roles in selecting new foods, as well as familiarity, expectations, and past knowledge. If a person is familiar with the foods they are more likely to try, they are more likely to try it. If they are not familiar with it and the food does not meet expectations, it is less likely to be considered a food. So in my opinion, the importance of nutrition research is it gives you insights on why people select the food they do. Sometimes it may be from past experiences, but other times it could be from nutritional values. This research is important to me because it helps me understand other cultures' perspectives on the motives of why people eat what they do, maybe if I'm not used to it. It is important for the class and the world to be less judgmental when it comes to what people eat, try new things, and be able to communicate to other cultures on why they eat what they do. All right, thank you.